Live then.
Woo!
And oh my god. Oh my god, we're live, you guys.
Oh my lord.
This is crazy.
Hello.
Hey.
This is crazy. I just realized this now means that I can't send messages on the Discord server since I'm screen sharing my Discord. That's awkward. Hey Noah, you want to send me a copy?
Can't you pop it out? Can't you pop out the window?
Yes,
Can I?
sure
Can I pop it out?
Yes, you
pop it
can.
out.
There's a pop out button
Well,
bottom right.
shoot. Okay, then we'll do that. Oh.
It broke.
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
You
we're
can
good.
bet you
It's
just
good
let
now.
everyone.
It's good now. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm fixing it. Oh, shoot. That's awkward. That's really awkward. Oh, my God. See? This is
Oh no.
what happens. This is what happens when you try and get me some technical know-how. Tragic. Well, anyway.
Not the right size. Interesting.
Yeah, that's fine. This will work. Okay. I should have just turned off the screen shot beforehand. Anyway, here we are. Oh my! Also, I was gonna say nobody saw that, but then there's 13 people already watching, despite no messages sent anywhere.
They
So
all
just
saw
kidding.
it.
What's up, Chizzy? How you doing?
Sorry, I'm listening to the Donkey Kong soundtrack. It's going hard.
Can you do some karaoke? Is that what that is? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's. But we're gonna get copyright striked because it's just too
We
accurate.
are. It's true. They're gonna be like, hold on a second, that's not human. Crazy.
Wait a second. That's the Donkey Kong soundtrack.
Oh wait, I can do it. I
Recreated.
could have just done it from my phone. I'm silly.
What stream? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I should have done that. Why are people all of a sudden using the introductions channel on the Discord? There were like 2 people who posted in that the entire time the server's been up, and then the last like 3 days, everybody's on it now.
Wow, they really are.
I don't know why.
Oh yeah, shoot.
What up,
Should I
JR?
make an introduction?
How you doing? Yeah, I think we should
Hey,
each,
guys.
we should each make introductions for the
Hey,
introductions channel.
I'm Noah. I'm new around here. Great spelled with a GR.
perfect.
8. Not even the G8, just the GR8. Great to be here.
Nice.
There
Wait, what?
it is.
Perfect. That's basically how it goes whenever clients ask us to introduce ourselves anyway. So,
Yeah, that's-
whatever.
yeah, that's pretty
It's
Great
fine.
to be here.
Great to be here. So glad to be here.
Welcome.
Having a great time.
Say welcome to people.
Hey man, I'm trying.
Bienvenue.
What up? Welcome, Milia? Milia?
Someone said, always a fan, love your works. If your works are food, I will be eating them every day, Austin.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
Woo. What a compliment.
That's what I'm looking for.
I like that.
Hold on, guys. I know the stream is blank. I'm trying to fix this. Imsety wanted me to do fancy things. That's not my fault, I swear.
Yes, blame it on your employees.
I am. Alright. Here we go. We're switching it back to that way. Oh no, I made Imsety mad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this.
Ooh.
That was the last thing I wanted. Alright, I got it now. I'm gonna stop changing things. Cool. Oh, what's up, Woru? How you doing? Oh my god, Justin is excited for the new crew. It's not even all of the new crew.
There's a whole other.
There's a whole other
not here. And
2
then also,
people,
Sam's
including,
not here.
yeah, Sam's included in the 2 people,
Sam's
but
not part of the new crew.
Yeah.
Sam's part of the old crew.
all these old people in here. Yeah. Oh boy. What up, Mohammed? Glad to see you. Simon, how you doing? Brian's been carrying the server hardcore over the past week. Dude has responded to everybody.
Brian is out here.
Thank you, Brian. Anyway, shall we go around and introduce ourselves? I'm Austin.
Noah, I'm new here.
Yeah, Noah and I are pretty afraid to be starting on this team. Lots of pressure. So
Lots of pressure here.
we're all just trying to do our best, and that's it. Yeah. So I hope that Imsety, Barbara, and Jackson are very gracious and just don't kick us out too fast. So
I had reservations
Hey,
about
man.
bringing you guys on.
hey man, you didn't have to tell everybody. Shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, and as you can see, Noah, can you tilt your camera up a little bit? We are in fact super fans. I don't know if you guys knew during the hiring process, but we went ahead and bought Review Neon signs so that you guys would hire us. That was actually the
That's
whole
right.
point. So.
Yeah, we looked at that and considered that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, this is all right. It was totally worth the investment. That's fine.
I said it felt more like a suck up move, but you know.
I liked the gesture. It was kind of sweet, but
It
yeah.
was kind of sweet. Can I call
Kind
you
of
that?
sweet.
Kind of sweet.
Just kind of sweet. Anyway, yeah. So that's us. That's me and Noah.
I'm sorry we took the spotlight first.
Yeah.
It's absolutely wrong.
This
of us.
dude's kind of a
Please go ahead.
diva. So. Nerf this, am I
Who's
right?
next?
All right, Jackson, how you
You.
doing?
I'm Jackson. What's going on? I'm new here. They had reservations about bringing me on, but we're here and we're partying. You know,
All right.
I don't have a Revie light, unfortunately, but it is kind of Revie colors, which is
Turn it to purple.
something. Hey,
Yeah, we like colors here. It's
Like
fun.
Heck
those,
yeah.
man, so.
And Jackson is our new video editor. He's hanging,
What up?
making the vlogs happen.
working on some vlogs.
The vlogs would not
Yeah,
be
the-
happening without
the
him.
heinous stuff we say. And
He
then cut it
does.
out.
He makes us not look like terrible people, and we're thankful.
It's the goal. Kind of the PR guy in a way, you know, just telling the Revie story.
Beautiful.
That's the vibe.
Oh, I'm steady coming in with the red light. Do I have a red light? I could go grab one.
I don't have a red light.
Barbara?
I'm old here, obviously. I've been here for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
You all know me,
Yeah.
Barbara, the intern. And so, yeah. And, we're actually making a new movie and I'm
It's
starring
true.
in it.
It's true.
So, yeah, that's why they hired me.
We're making
Nice to meet you all.
we're making the Barbara movie
Barbara's
happen.
the talent.
Everyone's been asking for it, and we're finally making everyone's dreams come true. So this just feels like a really special moment, you know? But yes, we are very excited to have Barbara and Jackson on the team. Kai, our new motion designer, is not here at the moment, but perhaps he will hop in at some point. Who's to say? I have no idea, so we'll see. But anyway, Imsety's here too. Yeah, he's cool. Anyway, so Happy New Year. Hope everyone's 2023 is kicking off without a hitch.
No hitches.
No hitches allowed.
Not allowed.
So, I was gonna try and make like a tractor joke or something, but I couldn't come up with one. So
You can't tow one with your hitch
that's
because
right.
you fell off.
Yeah, I couldn't throw the
We'll
joke
just
in.
Plow right through
Googling
that.
tractor jokes.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah. Ooh, Justin says Kai's work slaps so hard. Nobody tell him. We can't have his
tell him.
ego get inflated on the.
Nah.
No, we can't do that.
His work is good. Nobody tell him.
Nobody tell him. Guys, just please keep it between us. But yeah, so actually we completely changed the review structure. Barbara's actually running everything, and then Noah and I are just doing what everybody else asks us to.
Interns.
It's always the interns. The interns are the overlords.
There's been a
I'm really
coup.
excited.
Don't let anyone else do it.
He just responsibility. Just hang out, make
Yeah.
posters. That's why I've been doing all these posters. They just keep telling me to do more, so I will.
Sorry.
Guys, what should we do about typography? I'm interested. I've been on Pinterest this whole time. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously gonna pull up Melina Poir.
Ooh, shouts out.
Do you have that inspiration page? Not this, the little
That, like,
Illustrator
brief?
file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's under.
Jeez, I hope I said her name right.
I think you did. If not, I'll just send her a message afterwards and make sure that she watches that specific part, and then roast you on it if it's wrong.
Please. Next talk, please roast me. Just 5 second, be like, this stupid American boy.
Oh, this is awkward. I cannot find the thing. I don't know where it went.
So much good stuff.
It has to be in.
I thought it's
A
written
new
internal
photo.
somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But then it's because it's in Group Loops.
Yeah, that's what I
Group
figured.
Loops Daily Streams Font Project. And then there's brief.ai. Here you are, Noah.
What?
Here you are. Or here, do you want to?
Oh, this is looking mighty cool.
Yeah. So we're going to illustrate sounds using only type, no plain text, like just white type on black background. You got to make it interesting. No shapes either. So if you want to use like the bottom corner of a C to make a triangle or some shit, do it that way rather than just making a triangle. And then we were thinking that we'd do 3 of those, 20 to 30 seconds each. And then we came up with a couple different options for like sound that could be interesting to illustrate with just type. You said the sriracha clip from the vlog, right? That was you? Or did Sam say that?
Someone else said that.
Oh, okay.
That
Must
was
have been
me.
Sam. Oh, it was
Can we
Imsety. Just
wing
kidding.
Things? What is that?
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing. Hold on. So,
Alright.
Reel 2 could be a Vsauce opener. You know, he's kind of wacky, kooky, crazy. Could be interesting. And then Reel 3 could be take like any podcast. There's always a good hook at the very beginning, especially if it's like highlights or something, you know. Ooh, or Imsety came up with we could do the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog and like try to illustrate that because you have to go through all the characters for that. Anyway, there's that.
That was credit. Is all. That was the chat's idea.
Well,
I
shit.
believe.
Good job, chat. Proud of y'all. And then the stipulation is that there's 3 fonts max per reel plus wingdings. And then we found these 3 fonts plus wingdings. Oh my god, it's Sam!
It's Sam.
Oh my god,
Welcome
it's
to the
Sam!
stream,
Oh shit, it's oh my
Sam.
god.
How is everyone doing?
I'm doing good, Sam. How are you
I'm doing good.
How you doing?
Let me get that camera on.
Come on. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. What up, Gordo?
There you
How
go.
you doing? Leandro, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
Jake.
Yeah, I was late. Are you guys streaming?
We're live right now.
Yeah.
Can we get a Sam, why are you late in chat? Just for
Yeah, man.
funsies?
Yeah,
I cannot answer that. I'm so sorry.
Like Sam with a sad face or something? That just seems like a fun thing to throw out there. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Sam. Continue. What's
All
poppin'?
right, so everything is good. I just got my driving license for like 4 days, and I just went inside the city. It was a mess, but I survived.
This dude's a city slicker.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got a question in the chat.
Congratulations.
Okay, let me see that.
Sam,
I
why
wonder what the question is.
Sam, why are you late? With a very sad emoji.
Man, I'm so sorry. I made
no,
everyone.
everybody's sad now. Okay, I wasn't expecting
Oh man.
everyone to show out like this. I haven't even put it on Instagram yet, and we already have 30 people in here. Could it be because we're just hiring more people that everyone has it pulled up on their end, and we're just inflating our numbers that way? No,
no, I mean-
no, we would never do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Also, congrats, Sam. That's a big move. And if we rent a car in Costa Rica, you're just gonna have to drive everybody around and go off-roading and drifting, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
if it was a matter of drift, I mean, I'm your guy.
Hold on, I'm gonna put this out on Instagram. My bad. I only got it in a couple places.
When did
I
you
haven't
guys
even put it on
start
LinkedIn
streaming?
yet. Like 10 minutes ago, ish.
Oh, okay. It's
We're
not too bad.
We're only
It's
streaming for like another 45 minutes ish before we start doing
Okay.
like the mini review retreat today.
Yes.
All right. But Noah was asking about type.
Okay.
Does that answer all your questions? About
Yeah,
10?
I got some ideas. I got some things brewing inside this little noggin of mine.
Cool. And then I guess if you want to just show what you're doing, you can screen share on Discord and it'll show up that way.
I haven't been doing anything.
Oh.
I've been on Pinterest,
Oh, that's awkward.
coming up with ideas.
Very cool.
But
Can I please brag a little bit more?
please.
You
No.
have to see
yes.
that.
You can.
What? Yeah.
Hold on.
Barbara's got a crazy
No, because
view.
it's really good.
Okay, that's a
Jesus
flex right there. You gotta
Christ.
stop. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Oh man.
That's our Windows background, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, man, I don't believe that.
Jeez, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's green screen actually.
Yeah, it's just like a really immersive.
You
She's
got-
actually just got like
It's just a
Unreal
big
hooked
LED
up.
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks very realistic, I have to say. You almost got us right there.
Very impressive.
Almost got it. I won't fall for your tricks.
um, Gordon said fire Barbara immediately. I'm sorry,
Yeah, we can't
it's just
have
not
that.
working out. It seems like you already
No,
know
no.
what you're doing.
It was a
so-
joke. It's really green screen. I did.
It seems like you already know what you're doing. The visual effects work is immaculate. So I see.
Yeah,
no
that's why
need.
I wanted to apply for the video artist position, but
Oh wait, yeah. Did you apply for all three, or was it for the motion designer and the
yeah.
intern?
No, I applied for all three of them.
Even the video editor?
Yeah.
Hey.
Damn,
Hey,
Jackson.
I applied for your
Jackson,
position
you
too.
crushed
so,
it.
Hey, hey there
I
we
want
go.
to. I want to talk about the hiring process a little bit in a
Do
second.
it.
But Mohammed says, "Did you use AI in motion design, animating? Question mark." My answer is, if you go back a couple projects to, well, the new folks don't know about this, but you know that mean project we had for a couple months, the real nasty one. We had to figure out how to create a character that was more in line with like stick figures or
Right.
hand-drawn things, and that's just not my wheelhouse. So I took these like very robotic looking characters that we made and then erased spaces in Dolly and said, give it arms and legs. And it gave it arms and legs, and it actually worked okay. So that's
Yeah.
that's basically the only time I've
pitched
used
one or
it
two of
though.
those ideas.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they just didn't like the character as a whole. So
Yeah,
said
they just
no,
didn't.
but-
They were like,
But it was a
stick
good
figure time.
exercise.
But it was fun.
I think frosted glass is just one of my favorite things in the world. It's so beautiful. Like I saw, look at this cabinet right here.
That's pretty.
It's like a cabinet with little spaces and it's backlit, and it's just frosted glass, and so you just see like silhouettes of objects inside, and I think that's so gorgeous.
Agreed.
Tired of standing.
Agree.
Anyway, I'm gonna do typography things now, or maybe get distracted and make a poster. Austin, go ahead and talk about the hiring process.
Yay! Well, first of all, so if it's not apparent to anybody who did apply, all of the positions have been filled, and we had lots of good applicants. Let's just run through the numbers on that real quick. We had applications open for a week, and got 250 people across all three positions. So I don't even know what that would have been like if we left it open for a month. But not good considering I am still going to send out messages or videos or emails or something to everybody that applied with some feedback. I've gotten people asking me about that. I've been out for the past 10 days, actually 12 days. So I haven't gotten to it, but that's like number one on my list this week. So be on the lookout for that. Hoping to get all those knocked out. But it was 45 people for the video editor. And Jackson just crushed it. I mean, kind of hard to say no to somebody that basically edited their application in the style of the vlogs. So that was a pretty easy decision. And then we had roughly 110 people for the other two positions, the motion design internship and the motion designer role. And let's see. I think on the
It's not combined. It's 100 for each, right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
And so for the internship, we narrowed it down to 5 people, and then did interviews the week before we went on break and all that stuff. And Barbara was our first interview, and we just couldn't shake the feeling that it was the right one. So here she is. We're very, very
That was
excited
because
about
I
that.
said mangoes on the first question.
It's true. I wonder what people who didn't get an interview thought that the process was like. And I'd be curious to hear from.
It was just a big spreadsheet full of fruits and
It was.
different names, and we're like, well, this person said mango, so
That fits in this slide.
that's the
you know?
big green flag there.
No, but we didn't. It was a very informal thing. It really was just like we were hanging out. Sure, we had a couple questions, and some interviewees had very, very good questions that made us think a lot. So it was almost like we were getting interviewed on some of them, which was fun. But it was a good time, and I'd definitely be curious to know like what thoughts were going through your head, Barbara. And Jackson, I know it wasn't really much of an interview because we were kind of just like, you have it if you want it. But I'd be curious. I'd be curious to know what that was like for you too. But anyway, and then I'll go into the motion designer role after that.
I was scared because it was like my first proper interview, and I didn't know what to expect. But having seen your guys like live streams and everything, I was like, what could it be? What could it be? And then the first question was from Noah, and it was like, what's your favorite fruit? And I was like, damn, is that a trick question? Like,
We've
would
got
it-
like a whole psych eval
you
sheet.
out,
just
that's
like,
right.
If they pick banana, they're not a good team player. You know?
Could have been that, but then Noah's face was like so sincere that I was like, yeah, that's just a question. And I said mangoes and passion fruit, and yeah, they were very happy about that.
Mangoes
And
are
then-
amazing.
Yeah, and I got the job. Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I just immediately got the vibe that everything's like super chill and comfortable, and yeah, it was a fun interview. I liked it.
We can do another
So
one if
don't
you
be
want.
scared. Yeah,
like
let's do it. I do that every day.
Yeah, it sounds good. We'll just schedule like a 30-minute everyday interview. It would be good. We'll be
Single
really
day.
in sync.
Daily
Yeah.
interview.
That's funny. What about you,
So
Jackson?
I hadn't done a normal or like a formal interview in a long time, and I just had a feeling going into it. Like I'd watched some of your guys' stuff. I can kind of see some of your personalities in it. So I was like trying to just go into it with the mindset of like just connecting with the people that I'm talking to instead of like, oh, this company, I have to be all formal and stuff, and just I don't know, just be chill, and try and show my personality off a little bit, and well, things worked out, so
I'd say so.
it was sweet.
Yep.
I really enjoyed making the video for it because like I wanted to make something that you guys enjoyed, but also something that I enjoyed making and would enjoy watching afterwards. And I feel like it really worked out in that sense. I've rewatched that so many times. I was like, man, that was actually cool. I like that idea.
I want to see it. I
Yeah.
want to see it. Can you?
Oh yeah. We can play it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I had this thing. I made that video in like I don't know, like 15 minutes, and I was in a British vibe, so I spoke with a British accent. It was like a proper British accent. It was quite posh. I was like, what the hell am I doing? And then when Austin texted me and he was like, we want to do an interview with you, I was like, damn, with like, what accent do I choose? Like, do I continue speaking with a British one, or do I just go back to my normal accent? And I did.
Oh, that's
Barbara,
funny.
you spoke in a British accent for your video?
I did.
What?
I was trying to, to get some bonus points for, British people.
Yeah, British.
But yeah,
You know how it goes.
Bloody
Those
amazing.
bonus British
Yeah.
points.
That's amazing.
Oh my god. Oh, I'll try and get it pulled up on this other monitor. 1 second.
oh, and I also mispronounced Ravi because I said Ravi, and
I-
then
Oh, You were
You
not
did
I
too?
alone
double
in
checked
that.
on that. Oh my gosh. I was so worried
Ravi.
about mispronouncing it.
No, I wasn't. I was like, it's definitely Ravi. And then I told my mom about it, and she was like, oh, Ravi, like the French word. And I was like, why couldn't you say it
Can you tell
earlier?
your mom that she's the
Like-
only one to have done that?
Yeah,
To be
like
like, oh,
ever.
Ravi, like the French word. And nobody does that. Nobody
But
does
Ravi is
that.
not the right way to spell it in French. I mean, yeah, it's Ravi, not Ravi
Yeah.
in French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like close enough. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
recognition of the word itself. I haven't heard anyone be like, oh, that.
Yeah.
Like, where does that come from?
Should have interviewed my mom.
I should have interviewed.
Instead.
Can
We'll bring her in next time. Actually, it'll be a requirement. Like, which one of your parents are you bringing to this interview? We need and we'll like have him sign like a field trip waiver. It'll be good. But anyway, here was Jackson's application video. Hey man, I mean,
go.
we watched this, and well, I'll go into it afterwards. But anyway.
Like a lot to cover in a short amount of time. 2 minutes. Well, let's give it a shot. This is me. I am a freelance motion designer and video editor. Got to work on this really cool video this year. Got to go to Switzerland this year to teach at a school about entrepreneurship. I don't know why they invited me out there, but I'm really happy I got to go. I am Pete the Hat. I'm a new dad, which is really exciting, having a baby girl next year. I'm a musician, actually. I'm playing the music that you can hear right now. I used to work in the news, so I can edit pretty quickly because I had to turn around packages in like a day. And I'm also a new business owner. Me and my buddy started a company called Ope Studios this year, so I can relate with a lot of the stuff you say. It's been a wild year. Why Ravi? First off, who am I talking to? I'm talking to Austin, Noah, and Team. So, to the three of you, as a new motion graphics artist, I've just seen a lot of what Austin does, and I think it's pretty cool. And it kind of motivates me to keep pushing through that. I'm working through some courses right now and just
How
trying to-
dare you?
Also, after hearing your whole story, I feel like I'd fit in pretty well with the group. I also started off kind of like Noah, wanting to go into more of the design and invention industry with engineering until I realized that's extremely drab. I took an Adobe class in college, and that made me realize that I actually want to do this stuff for my career. Also, I definitely had a Minecraft gene growing up.
Yeah.
So finally, I really just feel like the creative industry is amazing because it's not really cutthroat from my experience. Creatives just kind of have each other's backs and want to grow with each other and learn from each other, and just to make a better industry and ultimately create fun, cool stuff with people you enjoy working with. And this just seems like that kind of opportunity. Oh, to get a little bit more time. I feel like I had something else important to say.
Like, come on, guys. Are you kidding me? There was no
Snaps.
shot. There was no
That's gold.
shot, bro.
I've actually missed that clip when you switched from speed graph to like for the value graph to speed graph. I missed
The whole
that.
achievement unlocked thing.
Yeah.
I
It's
love.
so good.
I missed a
man.
few things. I forgot.
Oh my
You showed the
God.
baby gender reveal on there, and like, I didn't. For some reason, I missed the Newsy part because I used to watch Newsy a lot. So it's
Oh,
crazy. There's a
gosh.
chance I probably saw some of your work in the past
sure.
by accident. This is
Yeah, I
funny.
worked there for like 3 years. Oh boy,
Oh,
man, it was so much
It was
fun to
really-
make.
it's
I
such
think
a
it
good
took
one,
me
dude.
like 2 days, but it was a blast.
It's so good. And like we would, well, okay, I mean, it's not a great look for me, but we watched yours. I think there were only like, I don't even remember how many other people. Was it like 5 other people that had applied by that point?
Nah, there were like 10 at least. I think.
Okay. Well, it seemed like a relatively small amount of people compared to the motion designer role.
It was relatively small.
So we watched through a couple, and it like that was the thing with the video editor role that was hard for me, was trying to figure out what criteria to actually even look for, because it can span so many different genres, and so it was hard to pick out what to actually critique in their reels and that sort of thing. And we got through like the first 10 and then yours was there. And it was just like immediate, like, yep, we don't even need, okay, cool. And so we were pretty set on it. But then I checked like a day or two later and there were 30 more applications. And I was telling you, I was like, do we have to watch the rest of them though? Because I kind of feel like it's not going to be better than that. And, you know, I mean, we ended up watching all of them just to make sure, but it was just ahead of the rest in terms of being like so catered towards what we were looking for that it was just like, it's such an obvious decision, you know?
I tell you what, it's like 10 plus years of just watching YouTube and picking up that style, you know? Oh my gosh, that's all I did as a kid. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys liked it. And look where we are now.
I know. Well, yeah, and you got to work immediately on the vlog that we had no idea how to produce and got it out. So it feels good because now I can actually sit here and like film without really having to worry about it because we're actually catching up. It does feel interesting though. Like Noah, do you also feel a little weird about it being like 4 weeks behind now?
Yeah, we'll catch up.
Eventually.
I was going to say, I'm almost done with the week 7 one, and I was going to get started on the next one soon. So
Cool.
we're going to catch up.
Yeah. Also, it's fun to be able to like look back what happened 4 weeks ago and get like a solid reminder without having to just be like, I'm gonna go watch my past vlogs.
Right. And it's actually,
review it.
it's kind of a fun way to just like time check because it's like, wait, that was like a month ago? That feels like forever ago, you know?
Weird. It either feels like it was literally yesterday or it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's really strange. But anyway, we're super stoked to have you on board. And yeah, what an entertaining, fun thing.
Like the part that sold me was when the text popped up above you and you're like, oh shit, what the hell was that? That was really good. That was funny.
I knew it was gonna be good whenever I like the first shot you already had like your script on the like in
On the
green on the
screen.
screen. I was like, yeah, this guy's self-aware. This is gonna be great. Oh man.
I like being meta with some of the edits and just like pull it back to see the behind the scenes, you know? It was fun. The whole getting real on camera thing at the end. And
I liked that.
yeah, it's a good time. I'm glad you guys appreciated the achievement thing because
Oh hell yeah.
I'm a big fan of those just stupid green screen memes at times. So I was like, I'm gonna put a tame one in there and see what they think.
No, it's a good time. Oh man.
Also, for context, I just realized you guys don't know about the value graph and speed graph thing because it was before you guys joined. But basically, I'm the only one in the
I
team
know.
who uses.
I
Yeah,
know.
I'm the only one in the team who uses value graph, and everyone bullies me for that.
Yep.
So.
I love how
Everyone uses
I'm on Team Sam on this one too.
What the hell?
Oh, there you
Wait
go.
a
What the
second.
hell?
Yeah, who
This is
else?
Betrayal.
I think Barbara is
Oh.
as well. So it's a 3v2. Well, what do you think, Jackson? Value graph and speed graph.
Jackson.
I stick with value graph.
Oh,
I do.
God.
I'm so sorry.
hell?
Disgusting.
I didn't think there was actually going to be a coup. What the hell's going on here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're
guys
gonna
already-
overthrow the cup.
You guys are all just talking. Well, no,
I'm gonna join Ben Merritt next time.
This is gross, dude. I'm going to make sure Ben steers clear. You know?
Yeah, what is Ben?
We already,
Tell him.
Clearly,
He's
we
gonna be
already have
proud.
enough problems here. Oh, man. Wow. Now, what the hell?
man.
We're getting so
Look
much
at- look at
value graph
chat.
support in the... Guys,
Yes.
guys, if this were
Stop
like...
the stream.
If
It's
this
over.
were like 2 months ago, everybody would have been on my side. What the hell's going on here? I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Future is here, old man.
Oh my god. What is going on? Y'all. Well, you know, Noah, that makes me feel better that both of us managed to make shit feel just as good, if not better, despite not using the thing everybody else thinks is better.
Get dunked, everybody.
Get dunked
Ah.
on.
on.
And faster. Because,
guess what?
that's
We're
why they
coming.
call it the speed graph.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
give you that. Yeah, man, that makes sense.
This is the strangest E I've ever made.
Care to share with the class?
Oh,
Sure, I'll share with the class. Wait, hold on. I want to put a serif on this one. I haven't put serifs
I
yet.
have a single Discord notification that I can't... Oh, wait, I can look at it from my phone.
I was just like, I'm gonna do it my way.
Separated out thing.
gonna say, hell no, I'm not listening to that again.
My way.
But yeah, to anybody else that, well, first of all, to any of the people that we interviewed that may or may not be watching, we will likely be, hopefully, be bringing on another person in like May or April-ish, if things go according to plan. So would heavily encourage applying again at that time, because it was like I mean, even just before the stream, we were talking about like, it would have been great to be able to bring on, especially for the motion designer role, Kai and any of the other people from the list, because that just would have been like such a good combo to bring on. But we just didn't, we don't have the resources for that right now. Is that something we want to talk about too? Resources and the whole Reddit thing?
The whole Reddit thing.
Yeah, you remember the one thread on that, on like r/motion design or something about the rates?
Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Gee willikers, y'all.
I mean, whenever you hire and show the rates, people will obviously.
Everyone's
always
gonna be
mad.
upset. Yeah.
Some people will be like, "That's not enough money." Some people will be like, "That's too much money," just because people.
People be like that. That's why it
people
was
are crazy about money, man.
it was interesting to put a range on there, because we had like whatever anybody wanted to put in that range, we were fine to do. That's why we put the range on there. But it was interesting to see how many people picked the lowest end of the range, or would like pick the very middle or the very high end.
I found that super duper interesting. Like,
Yeah.
who would pick that?
And then there were a couple people were in my same sort of mindset, where in their application they put the amount that they wanted, but then they would be like, why would anyone put lower? If the option is there, you know? But at the same time, you know, I understand it from picking the top range to picking the lowest range. It all is fine with us. That's why we put the range on there. But I mean, it's a common thing. I talked to a studio owner recently about it too, that they always had the same problem whenever they hire. But holy shit, y'all. We got some people that were real upset on Reddit about the rates. Somebody had like a brand new account. It was like only a couple days old, and the only thing they commented was just like randomly going onto this post and being like, but yeah, they're making really good stuff, but they barely pay anything to their motion designers. Which, for context, we offered 27 to 32 an hour for the motion designer role. And, you know, we're certainly not in New York or LA. So, and, you know, you do the math on the revenue for the year. If we've got 6 people making 60,000 a year, that's already like 75% of our revenue from last year. What the hell? How are you going to make a business off of that? So anyway, it was just interesting to see all of the like different conversations that were being had over that sort of stuff. Because even if we had offered like $50 an hour or something crazy like that, we still probably would have had some people that like happened to be somewhere getting like 200 grand a year in-house as a motion designer, and I'd be like, happy for you. Wish we could do that.
I
mean, I've seen 120, but
a lot
200,
more
that's
money.
insane.
It's always a goal.
Yeah. Yep. And it's always fun. Like, I commented back, just giving like a little bit more context. I mean, Noah and I make the same amount as what we were offering for the motion designer role, so it's not like we're taking anything extra from the pie. Like, we're all at the same level, basically. But sheesh. I would like to offer more, but there's a real interesting like sector of the industry, I think, where there's this very specific group that manages to make a shit ton of money freelancing, but the work is like, I would say like the mid-tier on the applications we got. You know, like the work isn't even super stellar or anything, but they're just making a shit ton of money, whether it's from connections or otherwise. And now it wasn't necessarily something we were taking into account. Like this was the most we could afford for anybody. But I would imagine that there's got to be something to do with if you're working in-house at, well, tech's getting kind of dunked on right now. but with all the layoffs and things. But I would think that if you're the only motion designer in-house somewhere, you're probably bound to get paid a lot more because that's a very specialized skill, you know, if you're the only person who can do that thing. But if you're working at an agency or somewhere maybe I'm going to sink the amount of people that apply to agencies now by saying that, but like if you're working at an agency with a bunch of other motion designers, now you're one of many, you know? So nobody can afford to pay like what one motion designer carrying a whole department would be at a in-house somewhere that doesn't have to do with creative, you know, like another company in tech or finance or whatever. Not to mention they have VC funding and all that crap, so kind of unfair. But, you know, it is what it is. But that was just something that I did not think we were going to have to deal with. Not that we really had to deal with it that much, but anyway. So Noah and I learned just a shit ton of stuff from the whole process. Money aside, just from like a people perspective, it was just a real interesting experience for us.
I have not even a single clue how to do a Y, but I'll share what I'm up to.
Buoyant Brian said, was there any correlation from the number they chose to their skill level? Yes, but not what you'd think, actually. A lot of the time, the people that chose the lower number in the range had the better work than the people who chose the higher number in the range. And that was something we found across the board, and the people that we liked the most was and I have it up on my screen, I know. It was a particular type of confidence. It wasn't like an egotistical thing by any means. It was more like a quiet confidence, like sure in themselves, but not needing to project that a whole bunch. Like you could just see it. And that correlated with like, I don't know, how do you describe that? It was like a certain amount of humbleness, I guess, generally. And it wasn't that, like, the money side of that was not really as obvious as just talking to the person or seeing their video. I'm so glad that we did the 1 to 2 minute video thing. Oh my God.
So smart.
That would have been impossible to get through all of those. We would have had like 25 interviews compared to like the 9 we had on the motion designer and the 5 we had on the internship. It would have been way too much. But it was really easy to sort of weed people out by the videos that they sent in. At the end of the day, the most important thing for me and Noah, and I mean Sam and Imsety were looking at all the applications too. Like it was a very democratic thing. We all had to agree to whoever we were bringing on. And we just had so many people apply where like the work was okay and like might have warranted an interview, but then the actual video that they sent in, they just seemed like so disinterested, or it was like one of just a billion other applications they were putting out. And like, don't get me wrong, I totally get if you're in that position, like it's going to be hard to make something that like you're really passionate about for every single one of them. But when you then have somebody come in and they're like, I love Ravi and like I want to work with you guys, and that's the thing that they're interested in, that's like way better than if they have amazing work, you know? I would much rather have people that actually just care about being here and I don't know, just being interested in working with us than necessarily having the best skill set. Not to say that we cheaped out, because everybody here absolutely has a wonderful skill set as well. So we lucked out on that. But that was definitely one of the big selling points for us, was more of the social fit than the actual work fit necessarily.
Right.
Anyway.
I'm very happy with everybody that is here. And Kai.
And Kai.
Thank you.
And Kai.
Maybe I should like. I wonder if Kai knows.
I mean, did I tag everybody?
Yeah.
Or wait, I might not have tagged. Okay. Did I do an add everyone in the internal?
No,
You did add everyone.
Team
Okay.
setting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you tagged.
Well, not this
No, no,
morning,
no.
but
You didn't. You tagged Noah, Imsety, and Sam,
Ooh.
but not us.
Awkward. Okay, you want to tag him?
No, wait.
That's
You
my
tagged
bad. I tagged everybody in
the.
the. I tagged everyone in the community server, though. I think. Leo, what's up, dude? Leo says, did Austin flip his cam? Oh, it's because I'm on Discord. This time.
Oh yeah.
I'm just screen
Wait,
sharing my Discord view.
Does it do the Google Meet thing? I didn't realize.
I
It
think
does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It mirrored it. That's my bad. Cedric says y'all need to watch the Jake in motion graph editor video on this topic. I'm standing firm, illogically. I am not having my opinion changed on this at all.
Nope. Not even a touch.
Yep.
Not even a smidge.
Let's see. Leo says, "What are y'all working on today?" Hey, no, what you doing? You want to share what's happening on your stream?
I just really like some typography. I'm just messing with some typography, honestly.
Hey.
Sometimes.
Hey, Imsety, how you doing?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Beautiful. That's what's happening.
50 people were watching that exchange.
Hey. Hello, 50 people. Hey.
Hey.
Shall I say?
Hey.
Getting there with this Y.
I like the Y a lot.
You like the Y?
I like
Okay.
the big squish. It's fun.
I know. I'm gonna put like a little serif in here.
Yeah.
That'd be cute.
Imagine there's gradients in there, like almost like a pool.
I imagine that's why he's got the gradients on this side.
No, these guys are just spacers, and I just like them
Oh.
to be pretty. so I
Oh,
make
well, that's
gradient.
fair.
Like this one matches up with the size of this, and this one matches up with the size of this. This one matches up with the size of this. Copy them. I'm using them to space.
Because why use rulers?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Why would you use them? That's a great question, Barbara. I wouldn't, personally. But that's more so just because I'm
Why
lazy.
use I'm gonna make another spacer for the big guy, and then I'm gonna use him to do the H here because I liked the H bigger.
I enjoy that also. Brian says, that's interesting. Thanks. No problem. Junkyard Carnival says, are you guys onboarding freelancers? Not at the moment. Part of, well, I mean, the straight up no, and I just enjoy having people that we can work with more consistently. It's been rather difficult for us to keep tabs on a bunch of freelancers' schedules. And not to mention, we could just hire a producer to do that, but I don't really want to do that because I kind of feel like Noah and I can handle most of the producer's tasks. But what that means for us is it just tends to make more sense to have contractors that we work with more consistently on the team. And, you know, like today, what we're actually going to be working on in like 10 minutes or so. Today, what we're going to be working on in like 10 minutes is effectively just figuring out what the hell we want to do for the next 3 months as Revi, which is cool to do with a group of like 7 people that are actively working on Revi consistently, but would be a lot more difficult to do with freelancers who are kind of in and out, you know? Everybody here, well, after today, hopefully, has the full picture of everything that happens at Revi. I mean, Noah and I did a pretty good job of that with, we send a newsroom out every once in a while where we effectively just like break down everything that's happening with each project and all of that stuff. But basically, we'll just be having a little like democratic forum today to figure out what we want to be doing for the next 3 months and where Revi will go and what we're focusing on and all that stuff.
I'm got these smart guides. Just work. Just work.
I don't know why they just break
Where I want
sometimes.
it to go.
It's kind of annoying.
Ew. Lord.
Leo says, do the new motioneers mind giving a brief introduction? Oh, then he changed it to reviers. Go back like, I don't know, first 20 minutes of the stream or so. And then you'll get to learn about me and Noah because we're the new people and everybody else has actually been here secretly the whole time.
Yeah. Barbara's the new boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the old boss.
Boss Barbara. Yeah.
Yeah, excuse you. Watch yourself.
You're excused. Have you seen?
Oh, so I can. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll see it.
And I'm not your brat.
Bye, guys.
Really
Hey
bringing
guys,
a
so I'm
fire
back
to
from
the
my
team.
sabbatical.
How was it?
It was all right.
Effective.
I kind of still hate doing motion design, so it's all right. But I'll just get back to the grind like everybody else. Slave to the man,
Slave to the man, slave to the barber.
slave to the barber. It happens.
I don't have
Anyway,
this one.
but yeah, and then Kai unfortunately is not here, but I'm sure you'll catch him on another stream soon because we plan to do streams more often. So
Yeah,
that's
we have part 2.
Yep. Part 2. Kai.
That's it,
it's
Boogaloo.
just Kai. Just Kai, nobody else. But anyway, how are y'all feeling about motion this year? I was listening to, and this is a y'all to people on the team, but also to chat. I was listening to the 2022 in Review School of Motion podcast this morning, and they were sharing their perspectives on just like how they feel about the health of the industry and all that stuff going into the year. So I have some thoughts on that, but I'd be curious to see what you guys thought. Concerns, things you're excited about, trends you're seeing.
I'm curious how the simplistic gradient styles will evolve. I think that a lot of people have taken them to a sort of faux 3D land, and then there's a sort of intersection with a very maximalist feeling design, and it all feels like it's kind of coming together to make some really unique stuff, because there's been so much simple shapes with gradients, and just the ways that people are finding to iterate on them, I find are not just in visually how they are and how complex they are in their specific styling, but also in specifically the motion of them, and I find that fascinating, especially. There's a hot take.
Do you think that style will die this year?
No, I don't think it will die.
I
it'll
think
evolve.
I think that most of that, if you take out the maximalism and just go back, the loops that I was doing at the very, very beginning of last year, phases, that sort of style, I think that's going to be what if motion designers were catching on to that last year, most in-house creative teams are probably going to be catching on to that this year, and I think that's why we're seeing a lot of that with the conferences that want to work with us. I think that's going to become then it might turn into a new corporate Memphis.
The grading itself.
I think it might, yeah.
I can
Which
see that.
could mean lots of work for us, but will likely mean that the novelty is worn pretty thin.
Oh, I like it thick.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna space it out.
So okay, interesting. Brian said, I already mentioned it, but I'm curious to see how AI will work within the pipeline and the ability to adapt to learning new skills like 3D.
We don't have a bunch of plans to do a bunch of 3D. We
Yeah,
enjoy the 2D. And
making
right now
2D look like
that's
3D.
That's our fun niche. Yeah, and sometimes that.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
It's so juicy.
Not to mention from there's a couple reasons why I'm not super prone to act on 3D. There's computationally, we just beefed up our computers, but that shit gets expensive. And render times, and it just seems like kind of a headache to work through at, especially the pace that we normally have to work at. Now, what we will do, and what we already have done, is some 3D within videos that we're already working on, whether it's an asset that's moving through scenes or one scene that we really want to deck out. But I don't know. There's no super strict plan to go any further than that. Maybe that's something we'll figure out today. But as far as the AI side goes, I think right now, I'm curious to see AI get to a point where it really feels more like a tool that's helping people do something better than right now. It kind of feels like a lot of people are using AI as a way to skip ahead, I guess. Because you can get to a level where you can post work that was made by Midjourney or Dolly or whatever and look like you're at a level that it like might have taken somebody 2 years to get to in design or motion design. And I don't know, it kind of feels like it's just helping people out with get rich quick schemes right now, like that sort of mindset. It's like a haha, well now I can be like at this level in this industry without having to do the work for it, you know? And I think there's going to be some weird complications that happen with that. I know there's a lot of people who are like trying to gatekeep the way that they compose their requests for the AI, like the specific syntax that they use and stuff. They're trying to like guard that, which I think is kind of funny. But I don't know. I'm waiting for it to mature a little bit more. But for now, it can help for like silly things like, I don't know, like that reference I gave earlier with that character that I needed to add arms and legs to that was really abstract. That was a cool way to use that, you know? And it actually helped me like further that idea a lot faster than it would have been if I had to sit there and like try and perfect it and whatever. It sort of helps to remove some of that imposter syndrome, I guess, throughout that exploratory process, because it'll just pop something out for you regardless of whether you wanted it or not, you know? Whereas if you're a normal human with your emotions and such, you might start working on an idea and then be like, it kind of doesn't look how I want it to, or like maybe it's getting a little bit too difficult to get the exact vibe that I want, and then you just give up on it, you know? But this way you at least have those options without a lot of that emotional input. Oh, that's a good way to do it too. Anything with like text or copy, it's super useful for already. Just in terms of like getting a baseline for a script. Like if a client can come to us and be like, I want to talk about these 3 things or these key points or whatever in a video, way easier for us to at least get like a slightly more expanded view of what we think a script could sound like for that. So I think it helps with some of the like getting going parts of the pre-production process at present.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ooh, Sebas Moreno 25 says, I feel like the tail or the descender of the Y should go the other way. This is just me, though.
Watch this.
I'm watching it.
Ooh. Chuffed.
What happened there?
John Stewart said, hello, we actually wrote a script using AI today for converting Mac to Windows. Links at the studio.
Oh, that's really cool. It's interesting with scripting. It can almost do After Effects expressions.
Yeah, it's
It
close.
just doesn't quite get like some of the properties. It's like put it on the something property of the solid, and I'm like the solid.
You can't, it
that
doesn't have
property.
properties that you can animate.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were messing with that the other day. We were sitting in ChatGPT and we were trying to get it to come up with a bunch of expressions to do like animations that we would normally come up with. And it was just kind of like spitting out words that it thought were associated with each other. Like it gave you something that looked like it should work, and then it just didn't for like 75% of it.
Can I get a link for that, please?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, I was messing with AI a bunch on this little past 2 weeks, and I even like asked it to make posters for me, and it made a layout, and then I took the layout and made a poster with that. I have not published that poster yet, though. But I messed around with it a bunch and generated some neat stuff. And my grandma and I sat down and made like little pastel paintings of bunnies with Midjourney. It was really cute.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
They're adorable. I'll see if I can pull one up.
That's cool.
There's a little website you can log in and then see all of the things that you've
Timer for 8
created on it.
minutes. I set a timer for 8 minutes.
I was wondering what that was.
So that we can get going on the other stuff. Because otherwise I know we'll just stay on stream all day.
Yeah, it's comfy.
Which is fine. I mean, we could do we'd probably do everything that we would do today on stream.
Close to, yeah.
But
Is there a date set for when are we gonna start doing the loops alternative?
no, there is no date set for that. But we can put out we can make a schedule for that today as part of our I want to figure out a bunch of client related things and internal things today. Which is everything. That's the 2 sides of the business. So That I assume will be part of that for sure. Yeah, I got to record me reading that message I sent at some point.
Oh yeah.
My manifesto I spewed out at 2 a.m. one evening.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like Jonathan's, Jackson's
yeah.
way of describing it. Sorry. Which is like, I feel like he said, what did he say? You're gonna run through a brick wall after reading it.
Yeah.
That's what you said. You felt like you wanted to run through a brick wall.
Yeah.
That's how I felt too. So
Yeah, man, I got hyped.
I felt like I was being over dramatic at first, but then I was like, no. This is actually like a culmination of how I'm feeling. So let me lean on that, I guess. It felt good.
we need that energy.
Yep. I have that energy. Don't get me wrong. Staying in one place I wasn't actually in one place, but being on vacation does that to me. It just makes me want to do review stuff more. If it's not like a super packed vacation, you know?
Yeah, same here.
Jonathan Kadima said, on my recent project, I spent trying to use Midjourney to help me with inspirations, but it didn't, and I was like, I guess this thing can't replace my brain after all.
Yeah, not yet at least.
No, not yet. And also, I kind of feel like the key limitation for all of this stuff is that it's still based on whatever the person inputting a query into it thinks of. So it's, I don't know. Until it's thinking on its own, I'm not afraid of it. Chief says, I'm a beginner in motion design and motion graphics. Can you give any tips on getting better and any resources available online for learning? Your stuff is mind-blowing, by the way. I wish I can edit like you one day. Anybody have tips?
My
sorry?
Photoshop is getting mad at me. Why am I in the same like?
They're asking for any tips on getting better and or any resources available online for learning for motion design and graphics.
I mean, I'm fairly new to this stuff too, and the school motion courses really helped kick me off, right? So
Shouts
it's
out.
something to look into.
I think
I began my motion design. Sorry,
No,
my
no, go
motion
ahead.
design journey with the school. No, the motion design school. They're great. I really like their courses. They're fun.
Yeah,
So-
I was going to add much, but I think the step by step is just to start with YouTube if you're just very new to motion design, and then go to the courses. You have School of Motion and Motion Design School. There are a bunch of other courses from Udemy and like a bunch of other websites.
Like
but
Kajabi,
Sure,
those
sure.
sorts of things, yeah.
yeah, if you're going for something professional, it's either you go to a professional motion designer. I think Sarah Beth and Jake Bartlett, they do have their courses on Skillshare, I guess. So it's either you go for a professional motion designer in a different platform, or you just go to School of Motion and Motion Design School. And Jorge has a
That's true.
course on, I forget the name of the website, but yeah, you can get that course as well. Just Google that and you will get it. But yeah.
I would also recommend watching Ben Marriott, and he also has a course. He's amazing, and I really like Domestika. It's
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
It's a Spanish platform. Like mostly they speak Spanish in their videos, but there are subtitles, and now they're bringing artists from different countries. So like the US, France, and other countries, and they're relatively cheap, and they're very useful. I really enjoy them.
Yeah, also
Happens
Jake Bartlett has a lot of. In fact, he pretty much has a tutorial on every single effect of After Effects on his YouTube channel. Every single one, so you
Yeah.
can check that out. And he has a bunch of other tutorials.
I went
a
through
lot
all
of them.
last year.
Wow.
They're amazing.
And Ben Marriott has a lot as well.
Yeah. Also, I might know a guy that worked in After Effects for many hours on end, and you can watch the full process on YouTube, I think. That might be a good resource as well if that's your thing.
Austin's YouTube channel. yeah.
On this YouTube channel, this very YouTube channel. But every other resource that's listed, that everybody else listed is good. I would highly advise for anybody that's learning motion to spend time just consuming a lot of motion design and motion work generally. I think that exposure alone is very important and sometimes more valuable than a course. And you know, it really is just about however much you put into it. So you can take a course or whatever, but if you're just doing their assignments and nothing more, it's probably gonna turn out okay. You're gonna get something from it, but if you're not really trying to practice on your own time and figuring out your own way in motion, you know, like, and I mean, I'm definitely biased because that's how I learned, but during high school in my classes, I would just get my classwork done and then I would sit in After Effects just putting a solid or a shape on the screen and then just going through every single effect and just trying it out on it and seeing what it did. And then, like, you know, you learn things that way by being like, okay, now I can combine this and it makes this sort of visual, or, you know, those sorts of things. And then if you're watching and consuming a lot of motion content already, you're going to be picking up on trends and things in the industry in a way that's going to expose you more than you might necessarily get from like this specific effect on YouTube tutorial, you know? I like that more holistic approach, but that's my 2 cents on it.
I agree with that.
Thanks, Angra.
Cool.
I don't know why this isn't CMYK, but here's a little poster for you guys.
Hey.
Send that in the text. Hey. what's
Hi.
up? Also, here's the Midjourney stuff. So I like this little fella. I was like, that's a fun layout.
Oh, dude, I love God the Hunt.
Da bank.
Do they have an actual website now?
Yeah, you can go and log in and see all the stuff you've made.
Oh, good.
And then the bunnies are up here. There they are.
To me, that was the only thing that was holding them back from Dolly. Was not having an actual like web portal that you could.
It's still through the Discord, but
Oh well. I hope that changes
There's some
eventually.
cool, like architectural renderings. I really liked these guys.
Those are cool.
Interesting.
You know, you can make so much cool stuff. They've upgraded it so it can actually do faces now. I told it to give me YouTube thumbnails at one point. I think that is
That is, yep. Sounds about right.
I'm like, those are good YouTube thumbnails. They don't mean anything, but it's cute.
That's funny.
It certainly has like some styles that it's sort of entrenched in, like some popular styles. So it's not really, it's a little tricky to get it to innovate on anything. You have to sort of give it like very ideas that are pretty separate to get it to make something that actually looks very new. Which would, I mean, people put a lot of time into that and they eventually get there. But
Right.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's a good starting point.
It's a good starting point. So there you go.
Cool.
Cool
Well,
stuff.
we should probably wrap it up. Anybody have any last minute thoughts?
You should shout out everyone's socials.
Okay, we can do that. Can y'all send me links to socials and I can put them in the chat?
I
Follow
can do
me.
that.
Noah Damon Wild on everything. Wild with an E. That's it.
Oh, me
That's my
too?
Socials.
Oh,
too.
well, ours are already in the description.
Yeah.
Oh.
So for Noah, Sam, Imsety, and myself, they're all in the description already. But for Jackson and Barbara, that's
And
what.
Kai.
And Kai.
Yeah, mine's just Jackson Redford on, I think, Twitter and YouTube. So
There you go. I can also just link your website if that works.
Big shout out to this guy named Austin. He's here. No,
I'm here.
I couldn't think of another Austin.
That's my nope. That's
I know,
my.
nobody other, the city.
I just realized Leo Motion up above whenever I was being coy said, "Is his name Texas?" So I appreciate that.
Big shout out to Texas.
Big shout out
for
to.
being here.
Oh, that's probably the first time that's happened in a while, honestly.
Shouting out Texas.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
yep.
You want me to take it back?
No, that's okay. You can
Okay.
keep it. That's yeah.
Shout out to Nevada for also being there. And
They all hang out. Nevada's not next to Texas though.
Well, it's where it is.
It's
in
yeah,
Nevada.
yeah. How about Rhode
Would you say
Island?
that
Shout out
Nevada
Rhode
is in
Island.
Nevada?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Great. I'm glad.
Cool. Well, sounds good. So glad everybody got to hang and meet some of the new people. We'll make sure we have Kai next time. We'll nab him. And it'll be dandy. But welcome to the new 7-person Revi team. Cannot believe it was only me and Noah like 6 months ago. What the hell is happening? This is nuts. Cool. But anyway, we're off to do businessy things and have a great time doing it. So I'm sure we'll catch everybody up with whatever that turns out to be soon-ish, sometime this week probably, or maybe catch us streaming in a couple hours because we decided to just do it all on stream anyway. Who's to say?
Catch me streaming.
Catch me streaming. How about that? All right. Thanks for hanging, y'all. Appreciate you. Happy New Year. Hope everybody's 2023 is going well. And we shall chat soon. See ya.